Hey guys, it's Kira and you're watching my YouTube channel, and today's video is all about my current makeup collection and my 2020 no-buy. The reason that I'm doing a no-buy isn't because of spending too much money or anything, because I don't overspend on things, but it's more about not having too much and actually using the stuff that I have. And I've changed my makeup collection a lot since the last one I did, because I have a lot more products, but then I also have more products that I love. Like my lipstick collection last time, I really loved the Urban Decay lipsticks and I didn't really like the other things, but I was like, oh, maybe I should just use them up. Yeah, I didn't. I just ended up getting only Urban Decay lipsticks, and now I can pick up any lipstick and I know I love it. So I'm actually going to use it, and it's not just going to sit in my drawer or I end up using it and not even liking it. My old lipsticks, that's what I did, and I was like, oh great, I just have to use this today. No, I don't want to do that. And so I also have more eyeshadow than I did last time. In my past video, I said that I didn't really wear a lot of eyeshadow, and that's true today because I'm doing less makeup, but I do love wearing more eyeshadow, and shortly after I posted that video, I started getting more into eyeshadow, and that is why I have more than one, and only two of them I bought. The other one I did a trade with my sister, so I'll get into that. But this is just everything that I own that I'm going to be showing you, and kind of my 2020 no-buy is not a full no-buy because I will be having to buy foundation and concealer when I run out, and I wish I didn't because I don't like to, it's 30 bucks for foundation that I use, but I want to use it, so if I run out, I'm gonna buy more. But for lipsticks, I'm not buying any lipsticks this year, that's my goal, or eyeshadow palettes, or blush, highlighter, that sort of thing. But anyways, let's get into my collection. A little side note here, I did change my storage from the last video, which I had it in these little plastic makeup drawers, but then by the time summer was over, I'd switched back into my little desk that I have for storage because I don't like having to move my little the plastic drawers around, and it's easier just to have everything in my desk where I can just open the drawer, put on my makeup, and it's just easier that way. So I'm now gonna show you that. So this is what my little desk setup looks like, and I still have not gotten an actual cute bench or chair for this, even though I've been meaning to for years. Desk was bought used, and then we kind of repainted it and fixed it a bit so that it was cuter. And I got this mirror here from Bed Bath & Beyond on clearance, and this thing is from Amazon that just holds your sponge so that it doesn't get all gross because it's usually put away wet. And this, I actually painted it, and it's just guitar picks, so it's not really makeup related, it's just there. And in this drawer here is all of my makeup that isn't any sort of backup product, because I don't need to put it in here if it's a backup. Also on these shelves in my room, I keep all of my lip glosses, which are all Fenty because it's the best, and a chapstick because I use those all the time, even if I'm not wearing makeup. In this first section is all my face and base products, which I usually just take the whole thing out, and I have Fenty foundation, and this is the hydrating one in the shade 100, and I love this foundation, and I've kind of used up a bit because I've only used it not very often, but I've still started using it up. And this is the Fenty concealer, which I wanted to get last time because it's actually a light concealer, but it's actually really drying, and I mostly only like it for on my eyes, because putting eyeshadow on, because that can be matte and it doesn't really bother my dry skin because it's my eyelids. And then I have this coconut smoothing primer. I don't know, it's just kind of reflective and glowy. I don't really find it that moisturizing or hydrating, which is something I do need for dry skin, but it does make my skin look better. And I just got this Becca under eye corrector, and I feel like it doesn't do that much, but it does help a little bit. But sometimes it's like, it makes a very slight difference. It's not that much, but I bought it, so now I'm just gonna use it. And I still have this NARS concealer, but it's actually pretty much empty. So I probably should just get rid of it because I can't really use it anymore, but I did use it like once today, but I had to scrape the sides a little bit. It's old, I really need to get rid of it, but let's be real, that's how a lot of us are with our makeup. And I have this Urban Decay mini setting spray that I used up one of these and I loved it so much, and I still have this one. This section here has like all of my tools, brushes, and stuff. I keep Q-tips, which are wasteful, but I haven't figured out something else yet. I have my Benefit brow pencil and brow gel I use for my eyebrows. And then I keep an extra spoolie to kind of brush out my lashes after mascara. And for all my face brushes, I basically, well, all my brushes are the same brand. And I have like a fan brush, blush, powder. I have 2 of these eyeshadow brushes from EcoTools, and this is like enough to do a whole look with, but then in my Urban Decay palette it came with an extra brush. And I also keep in here a lip liner, and this one's by Urban Decay, and it's in the shade Bad Blood to match a lipstick I have, because with red you kind of need a lip liner. I do still have this Laura Mercier setting powder, and I only really use it under my eyes, and so I don't use it up very quickly. And it's kind of old and I should probably get rid of it, but also I'm not going to. In this bin, it's sort of like a random mix because it has face stuff and my mascaras. So I have this Too Faced one, which is like a mini sample, and same with this Tarte one. And I just opened this one, and that one's, the Too Faced one's kind of old. But I really like using the mini mascaras because, you know, you can actually kind of use them up before they dry out, but also it's kind of the most useful product you can get with like gift with purchase, because little lip glosses and stuff just run out really fast. And then I have my highlighters, which are both from Becca, and this one's in Pearl and this one's Vanilla Quartz. And I have 2 blushes from NARS, and I'm gonna open these and show you them, but I can't really do that while I'm filming. I keep all of my eyeshadow palettes back here, and also this drawer is kind of gross and I need like a drawer stuff for the bottom of it. So I have 3 eyeshadow palettes, and I bought this one using my sister's Ipsy account, like because you can get it cheaper. It was like $12. And this one I bought on sale recently, like I think it was in like the end of November or beginning of December, and I really like it. And this is the eyeshadow palette that I actually traded with my sister because I had the miniature version and I didn't want to buy the full size because I already had the mini one. So we just kind of traded, which worked out because I really love this eyeshadow palette and I actually really like all of them. If I had to only keep one, it'd probably be the Heat palette because I love that sort of color, if you can't tell, but I do like all of them. And here I keep all of my lipsticks and sort of like lip currant things. And so I have this Bite Beauty in like, I think it's like glace or something, I don't really know. And also this NARS Dolce Vita pencil, and these are just sort of like mini size ones. And then I have all of my Urban Decay lipsticks, which I'm going to get into eventually. For my lip glosses that I keep on that shelf, I have the Fenty Diamond Milk, which this one I really love for like summer because it's so glittery like in the sun. And then I have this one in Fussy, which is just a perfect kind of natural shade. And then I have this one, which I think is like cheeky, and I really love this one because it adds a bit more color. And then last but not least, this one in Hot Chocolate, which is just a really cute kind of nude color. It's not actually that dark. And then I just have my favorite Burt's Bees chapstick. I have 7 of these Urban Decay lipsticks, and they're all in the Comfort Matte formula, and they're just my favorite. I just got 2 of them for Christmas, and One of them I got last year with a gift card, which was my first one, and then I was like hooked and I only wanted these lipsticks. And so there's Uptight, which is like a nude. 1993, which is like a brown color. Hideaway, which is like mauve. Hitchhike, and this one's a subtle red. And then Bad Blood, and this one's a really bright red color. Then I have Disturbed, which is a really dark berry. And last but not least, I have Enfuego, which is like a burgundy. And I love all these lipsticks, and they all give me like a good range of colors from nude to dark and everything in between. And if you're looking to try out a new bullet lipstick, I do recommend these. Now I'm actually going to insert these swatches of all the lipsticks and what they look like on me. The lipstick that I have on now is called Uptight, and this one's a sort of warm nude shade, and I especially love this one for the summertime. The shade I currently have on is called 1993, and this one's a sort of 90s inspired lipstick, hence the name. And it's just like brown, but not like too brown, and I really love this, especially in like September, October. It's the only lipstick I really wear because it just is kind of fall to me. On my lips right now, I have the shade called Hideaway, and this one's sort of like a mauve color, and it's the most pink lipstick I have because I don't really like those colors, but I do like this lipstick and think it's like a perfect classic shade for my collection. The lipstick that I have on now is probably one of my favorites, and this one I got for Christmas, and it's in the shade Hitchhike, and it's really just a subtle red color, and I just really like that when I don't want something so bold like my next shade I'm gonna show you. Obviously, this is a very intense lipstick, and it's just a really classic bright red color, and it really reminds me of like Christmas and stuff, but I don't wear this one that often because of how crazy of a shade it is. On my lips right now is the shade Enfuego, and this one's a really pretty burgundy color, and I also love this one for fall, but it's a bit more intense than the 1993 is. And it's a dark lipstick, just like the Bad Blood I just showed you, but it's not as bright like the bright red is, and it's a little more wearable, and it kind of suits me a bit better. Final lipstick is in the shade Disturbed, and I also got this one for Christmas, and it's a really dark sort of berry color, and I think this one is good for when you want like a really bold dark look, and it's kind of hard to apply though, and right now I struggled a bit if you can't tell, but I also just tried on a bunch of other lipsticks and my lips are kind of sore, and wiping off all the lipsticks I kind of smeared it a bit. But anyways, this shade is just a really dark, intense color. And that's my 2020 makeup collection. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos from me, you can subscribe. But I just really appreciate you for watching this video, the few people that do, and just thank you. And that's all for this video.